All right, let's ground the energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello, Aquarius. Those with strong those with strong Aquarius placements on their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or those dealing with an Aquarius as cross watchers, welcome. Or if you just happen to be, you know, checking this video out because you felt called to it, it is no coincidence. Welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be your August 2024 energy forecast reading. All of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the perfect time. So if, you can even look at and watch the videos from like 3 months, 6 months, what have you. Just know that you found it at the perfect time, okay? And as with all general readings, these are, generals, not specific personals. If you're interested in that, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. So only take what resonates here. Roles can be reversed as we do have cross watchers, but you will know if this is your story. All right, so overall, the energy that I'm picking up for the month ahead is that it's looking good. It's actually looking pretty good. And some of you, this has been a long time coming. Some of you couldn't catch a break or something like that. This was something that you've been wanting to have, something abundant and happy, and almost like a fresh new beginning is what you were ultimately looking for. And I do sense here that there is some sort of there's an individual that you have been thinking a lot about, okay? They may have strong Virgo energy in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or just somebody who is very independent, good with their money, generous, kind, that kind of energy. And you really, fell for this person because you felt like, wow, this person is amazing. They're so kind to me, and they treated you very well in the past. However, this person was looking for something more. They were looking for somebody that they can build something long term with, and so they noticed that and realized that you were moving very slow when it came to the connection with them, and so they were just. I don't want to say they gave you an ultimatum per se. Some of them could have, but I see here that they're just not satisfied with how slowly you were moving. It was almost, you were moving slow, snail pace in a sense, and so they just had this eye-opening kind of download where they just realized that if you are moving this slow, you guys ultimately just wanted different things. And at first you were trying to kind of convince them, no, you guys want the same thing, you guys are so good for each other and stuff like that. But you knew in the back of your mind that you weren't ready to you know settle down, and you were still talking to other people in a sense. You were trying to see, you felt happier in a sense having more people to talk to communicate with, and you just ultimately felt that even though there is this level of distance between you and this other person, at this point you're just like, okay, well, you're starting to accept the fact that things didn't work out the way they did for a reason. And you do want them to be happy. You don't want them to be sad or anything. You do wish them well, but you knew that you had a good thing when you had it, and you are still grateful for that experience. It's almost as if they gave you some sort of motivation to try to always live in that energy, to always try to live abundantly and live happily. You were inspired by them because like they treat they treated you so good, so well that you it you were so used to feeling that even after they left, you were like, okay, like this is, at first you missed it a lot. You were just like, how come they left me? How come they don't want me? And then you realize that even if they aren't in your life at this time, you keep their memory alive in your own unique way, and you think about this person a lot, you know, especially if you go outside, see the moon, see the stars, and you're just like, you know, this person was a blessing for you. Okay. Hello, Japanjit. Like to new subscriber. Yay! Thank you so much. Welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on with the reading. So that was just like the overall message. I see that, you know, Lucky loves Ruby. Oh, yeah. So let's see what we have here. So that was just like the overall message that wanted to come through. Let's dig a little deeper. Hello, Harungao. Welcome. This is going to be an energy reading. I'm utilizing these cards as a visual representation and to organize the energies that I'm tapping into. And so, you know, as an energy reader, if you're in this room, it's not a coincidence. And so if there's anything that's going on in your life that you're hoping to have more insights or you just want to feel understood, there may be a message here for you, okay? All right, so for those of you who are single, no prospects, nobody in your life, what's the energy for you in August 2024? Okay, for those of you who are single at this time, no prospects, nobody, I see here that you're going to be healing. There's some sort of like burdens. Perhaps you've been working a lot, or you have a lot of responsibilities and, you know, bills, or just, you know, there's something in your life is consuming your life. And I see here that there's a lot of stress when it comes to that. And so you are kind of blocking yourself off from love is what I'm seeing here. So you guys are trying to just ultimately heal. Some of you felt like you were burned by your situation, so you're utilizing some time to yourself and not necessarily letting other people in. You're not letting people close to your heart is what I'm seeing here, okay? Welcome, Sarabhim. Welcome. You can ask in your mind at this time. Right now, we're just going through different areas of your life at this time. And then we're going to get a little deeper and do the spinny spin. And that's when you can really ask, you know, what you want to know from the universe, and whatever you are meant to hear, you will hear. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on with the reading. So yeah, ultimately, if you're single with no prospects, even if there is somebody here that wants to get close to you, wants to get to know you better, you're just kind of like blocking yourself out. I see that you are trying not to open yourself up emotionally. You don't want to just give away your heart because there's some sort of like sadness and healing that you are still going through at this time. For those of you who you already have somebody in mind, okay? If you're already dealing with somebody, what's going on? What's the energy for you when it comes to that connection or situation? Oops. In the month of August 2024. Oh no, I'm not doing personals, but if this is just a collective reading. However, if you do have a question, or if you are wondering, how this person feels about you, or whatnot, it will come up if you are meant to know. Okay. So I see here, if you're dealing with somebody, if you already have somebody in your life or in your mind at this time, I see that when it comes to this connection. Hello, D-Daz, welcome back. Okay, so I see here that if you're dealing with somebody, there's a lot of like sadness within that connection. And this person has left you wondering like what things are going to come about when it comes to this connection. I see here that you and them, you guys are almost like best friends. Like when you guys come together and spending time together, you remember all the good times that you've shared. There's something about their energy where you feel like very much at home, you feel very comfortable, and you feel like you can talk to them about anything, and they're very like kind and stuff like that. However, you know, I think this is tapping into what we opened up the reading with, about how, there's somebody in your energy, but there's a lot of like sadness, and due to somebody's lack of action, lack of making, like setting roots, like somebody was very in the limbo about whether or not this connection was going to progress. And so, for those of you who are still talking to this person, or if you are in a connection where it just kind of feels like you still have access to them, I see here that they are ultimately going to help you heal in such a in some type of way, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, they are going to give you some sort of motivation to find happiness, to be surrounded by people that you love and admire and adore. And I do sense that there is still some sort of sadness that I'm picking up. It's not something that you have fully let go. You're still kind of in the process of healing from it. However, I see here that you have people around you that you are going to be spending time with, and it's not like deep connections. It's pretty surface level, but at least it's something that you can distract yourself with, and find some sort of happiness, and not feel so alone, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, when it comes to your career, finances, okay, what's going on with that? Okay, so for those of you who are asking, yes or no questions about your own personal situation, I am doing this goal, which is if I reach 1,000 subscribers by August 7th, then on August 8th, during the Lionsgate portal, I'm going to be answering, personal questions like that, yes or no's, and all of that during a live stream. And so if you would like to participate, and have a chance at engaging in that sort of thing, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this channel and let people know, so that they can also get some sort of spiritual insights and clarity on their situation. Okay. And so when it comes to your career and finances, I see here you have been moving steadily. You haven't really been sharing with people your wins or your losses. You've been very, I don't want to say secretive, but you've been very under the radar. And I feel like the reason why you're doing that is because I think you've caught on. You realize that when you just tell people who don't really care about you, or like or you tell them things before things get even like off the ground or get started, that people are already judging you. I get hiccups when I channel. But I see here, yeah, you just kind of feel like people aren't on your team. Like it's just like you have to fend for yourself. And so I just kind of feel like you're keeping yourself under the radar. You are just trying to do the work and not really socialize is what I'm seeing here. And I part of it has to do with the fact that like I just keep getting this feeling of being burnt, like where perhaps maybe you confided in a coworker or a group member or something like that, because this can apply not just to work and career, but if you're attending school, you know, like a group member or a project member, well, what have you. I just kind of feel like you feel like the oddball when it comes to, you know, who you're surrounding with when it comes to your finances or your career. And because you don't feel appreciated, you feel like an outcast or an oddball. Uh, you are just really, you know, keeping it under the radar, just focusing on your work, and trying not to cause any chaos is what I'm seeing here. So you're being in a way protective of yourself because you realize that when you know, perhaps in the past you communicated your thoughts or your opinion and it wasn't accepted or received in the way that you were hoping, and yeah, you just learned from that situation. So you're just, I see that you're overall mostly just keeping to yourself is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so now is the portion. We'll go ahead and do the spinny spin. But I see here, yeah, overall, you know, just how we even like started off the reading, it was just very good, happy energy. So I see here that even though you have little, you know, grievances or disappointments in some aspect of your life where, but at the same time, I really see that you're succeeding. Like, I think being under the radar and not letting everybody know like what's going on have served you in a sense, like has helped you in your success is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up the reading with a spinny spin portion, which is now if you have any questions or specific areas of your life that you know are hoping that the universe touches up on, feel free to kind of hone in on that energy and let's see what the message is for you at this time. Love. Okay, so some of you are very curious about love, the romance department. Well, I see a lot of energies right away. You know, you may be talking to more than one person. And a part of it has to do with the fact that you have been feeling alone, depressed, lonesome. And I mean, ultimately, you do want to be loved, but at the same time, it's just like you're playing the field. You're not necessarily choosing just one person and it's like all in on that. You're just like kind of scattering, you know, putting all your eggs in everyone's baskets. That kind of energy is what I'm picking up. So what's going on in love? Okay, so we had this energy at the opening, at the beginning of the reading, right? So this energy, they may have strong Virgo energy in the sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or just somebody who holds this very independent kind of energy, where it's just like you absolutely adore just looking at them, watching them, seeing how they are progressing, or you just, if you have any photos of them or any text messages that you have exchanged between the two of you, you cannot help but, you know, just go back and reread those messages and interactions is what I'm seeing here. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of love. You know, this person shows you a lot of love, kindness, sincerity, genuine feelings for you. And at one point, it really, yeah, a strong earth and a water energy coming through. So they may have that strongly placed in their birth chart. But, this person ultimately wanted something long term committed with you. And at one point, it may even have felt like you guys were in something committed. Perhaps there weren't labels or such, but regardless of that, it felt like, you guys were playing husband and wife, or just like playing some sort of boyfriend, girlfriend, like that kind of energy. Something about feeling like you guys were in something significant is what I'm seeing here. What happened to this love connection? I see that, this is a connection that you guys both put in like effort. However, there was more burdens and responsibilities that came across this connection. And it largely had to do with the fact that I don't want to say that they were enough, but you felt like, more the merrier. That's just kind of the energy that's coming through. It's just like more the merrier. I want to surround myself with people that makes me happy. You don't, so, it didn't feel like monogamous per se. Okay. And perhaps this other person, what they wanted was monogamy, but for you, you just ultimately felt like more the merrier. And it's just whoever can make you happy or give you attention when you need it, like that felt more appealing to you. And so, when this person realized that you guys were not seeing things eye to eye and that you guys ultimately wanted different things, they were just like, deuces, bye. Like, why are you wasting my time? Even though, this person, they treated you like a best friend, they really was there for you, cared about you, was generous with you in some sense, like, whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, through their time, but they just realized that they were pouring into the wrong situation, the wrong cup of love, so to speak. And what hurts you the most about this, this ending is that you really did care about this person. This was somebody that you never wanted to sever ties with. You wanted to always keep them in your life, and you are hoping that perhaps if your money gets better, money is good, you have more foundation, and when you're finally ready to settle down, if you are ever ready to settle down, and that you have all your finances and foundation in order, that perhaps you might be able to give this person, you're hoping that you would be able to gain another opportunity and chance with them. However, you gotta really want that, because there's no point. It's like, this is where compatibility is very important. If you guys don't want the same things, if they're looking for marriage, kids, like white picket fence, like that kind of stuff. Whereas if you are just looking for something temporary, Mr. or Miss Right now versus the long term, if you guys, and polygamy versus monogamy, so you really have to just figure out what you want and actually stick to it, because that's the only way that you guys are going to be able to attract the type of person you want. Okay? Any final advice? Yeah, and I think you understand. You understand that is fair. That at the end of the day, that's fair. And if those of you who are like, but I want it all. I want this. I want that. I don't care if they want monogamy and I want polygamy. Like it's what I want. But that's just like the example I'm getting is that's like a kid in a candy store. Mom or dad is not going to get you all the candies in the candy store. You're going to have to choose, And so, some of you are that's not what you want to hear. I get it. But we have to be fair. We have to be balanced. It's part of the journey, in a sense. And just that's the less amount of resistance, you know, being and surrounding yourself with people that want similar things as you is definitely going to be a for the formula to creating happiness for you, you know, with less resistance. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm gonna do Capricorn next. So if you would like to join me for Capricorn's reading for the live stream, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my lives. All right, so that's what I have for you. Let me see. Yes. All right. So as mentioned earlier, I am doing a goal of 1,000 subscribers by August 7th, so that if we meet that goal on August 8th, if you have any personal questions, yes or no questions, etc., if we meet that goal, you'll have an opportunity to ask that directly without paying for, you know, a personal private reading with me. So I'm trying to make this a collective effort so that it can be a win-win situation for all involved. So thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.